Welcome students. Professional blogs. Page number 122. Compulsory English e-communication. We have completed personal blogs. Two types of blogs. First the personal blog and second professional blog. Blogs means blend of original word. Blog is a website maintained by a person or a group, publishing various contents, text, images, description of events, other events, music. So it is a blog is a online publishing communication and expression that has gained a significant popularity since its emergence in the last decade of 20th century. So the entries on a blog are uncommonly displayed. Entries on a blog are commonly displayed in reverse chronological order. So the latest blogs are displayed first. So blogs can be called an online diary, useful for keeping records. So we have seen there are many free and payable blogs also. So there are various types of blogs. In it, here we have studied personal blog. In the personal blog highly self-expressive, considered as an online diary, commentary or expression written by an individual instead of a group. That is called the personal blog. And the style of the personal blog is informal. Language is informal. Short paragraphs, short sentence, fragments, emotive words, touching words, interjunctions, didactic expressions, first person pronouns. These are used in the personal blogs. So reader and address, use of questions, these are the particular things included in personal blog. So page number 121, we have seen the example of Jaya Bachchan birthday and Amitabh Bachchan's heart-touching blog. And page number 122, professional blog. Professional blog can be posted by a company. Professional blog posted by a company or employers of the firm. As an employer, the person, according to the company, as an employer, the blog may be written. So, the blogs are the part of the employment. These blogs means part of the employment or company. Such blogs are called as a professional blogs. Professional blog creates interaction between blogger and readers. So the blog establishing social relationship. It is less personal. It is more goal oriented. Companies, I think here, if there is a product soap, if the soap company is there and you are the employer of that company, And so for the advertisement of the soap, as a employee you are advertising, so in the particular social relationship, for establishing social relationship, and so you are writing the blogs. So these blogs are, this type of blog is less personal and more goal oriented for selling more and more soap. So here, as an advertiser, as a blogger, you are establishing the relationship between the customer and the company. So these are the, I think, the blog. This is a particular an interaction between the company, bloggers, and customer also there. So like this way, the professional blogs, unlike personal blogs, are content oriented. So here is a content which is described in it is very important also there, and goal oriented also there. Content to be shared is informative. Totally, the qualities of the good soap is written by the blogger as an employer in that particular blog. So the content to be shared is informative, fully data based, creating a kind of connection with the reader, with the customer also there. Reader means customer may be there as per product of the company, as per particular relationship of the company. There may be reader or the customer particular relationship may be. So database creating a kind of connection with the readers. Professional blog, professional blog posts include headline. In that particular professional blog, more important thing of that is headline. Headline of the particular blog. Category, type or category, or particular characteristic of the product or is very important there. Publication on blogging, etc. The subject matter varies from advertisements according to the, I think here, product of the company. This particular change is there. Subject matter varies means different or changeable. Subject matter varies from advertisement to reviews, including recommendations. Means when you are, as a blogger, you are writing something, at that time the reader or other particular responses may be also available, online available, and more recommendations, opinions, feelings, attitudes, reviews you should take as a blogger, you should receive as a blogger also there. So the personal pronouns like you, we, he, him, she, her, they, them. I think and there these this type of particular pronouns are used in that particular content while you are writing the blog. So this is the in it. Remember one thing: professional blog can be posted by a company or employer. Yeah. So the professional blog and personal blog quite different. So professional blogs, content oriented blogs, and it is informative, data based blog is also there. And so professional blog include headline, categories, publication on blogging, subject matter, varies different, changeable also there from the advertisement to the reviews, recommendations also there. So this here is an example of profession blog. See here, inquiry based learning for college students. So this is a, I think here, very important approach today we are learning here in the inquiry based learning approach. Title of the blog inquiry based learning for college student. What is student centric approach? Student centric, not teacher centric, but student centric approach. Here is a student is more important in that approach for learning in the learning process. So that is called a student centric. What is main role in that learning process is of the student. So student is more important in this process. What is student centric approach in teaching learning process? What is the meaning of student centric approach in teaching and learning process? One of the ways is inquiry based learning. Like the student centric, here is another way of learning process. In the learning process, teaching and learning process is inquiry based learning. So inquiry based learning, it is an approach that emphasizes students role in the learning process. So student centric. Inquiry based learning means student centric approach, also very important here. Rather than the teacher teaching the students what they need to know, students are encouraged to explore the material. Students are encouraged to explore the material, ask questions, means student may ask questions to the teacher, or encouragement by the exploring or using new material in that teaching learning process. Share ideas, means student's opinion is very important in that learning. So student may share his ideas, his opinions, his feelings, his attitudes to the teacher or in the class or to the other student also there. So student centric means student's role is very important here. Student is the main uh, uh, in that particular learning process than the teacher or than the any other thing. So the particular material, student may ask question answer method is very important. But question he may ask the question to the teacher, means this is very important. His participation in that learning process is very important. His means students participation in the learning process is very important here. So him asking questions and taking I think here answers or a particular problem solving method also there. This asking question means also problem solving method. We may say this particular approach also there. So sharing ideas according to the need. Then it includes a small group. It includes small group discussion between the student between the student and teacher also. Group discussion. Student is 4, 6, 7. This group of student may be there and they may discuss the particular idea of that particular problem which is given by the teacher. So small group discussion, it includes in the inquiry based learning process. Guided learning. So according to I think here process, guided learning is also there. When guided means particular the hints are given by the teacher to the student. Small hints for solving the problem. So this may be guided learning process. Multitasking programs are there. Multitasking. Multi means one or more than two multitasking programs. May be provided by the teacher and student may entertain in that particular multitasking programs and they may solve the program. They may understand I think here may become active in that particular program and they try to get the meaning of the particular problem actively. So that is multitasking program. Projects may be there by the teacher. The project may be given to the student also there. I think here we are I think here today in COVID-19, this is a very serious problem today also there, and so a teacher may give one of the project like about the corona, write some informative instructions to the people which are useful uh, mm, to the people every day in their life. So this may be project also there. How to remain away from corona, security, yeah, that like the using the mask, keep distancing, etc. Like this way, the student may provide the particular security. I think here security guideline to the people. So how to write the particular guidelines? This may be project also there. So this type of some social project individually the student may handle also there, or small group may be made by the teacher, and these types of projects given to the students also there. So the main goal of the inquiry based learning is to desire the students to increase student engagement. That is the very important. Students engagement means students participation in that particular learning process. So the main goal of inquiry based learning is the desire to increase students engagement, students participation. So these are some of the pros and some pros and cons also there. So I think here uh, one of the advantage, uh, uh, some additional useful also there, and unuseful things are also there. Advantages of inquiry based learning. What are the particular, in what way this inquiry based learning is useful, or disadvantages also there? In what way inquiry based learning is not useful also there? So there are one, I think here, one coin has two sides. Like the same way here also there, advantages of inquiry based learning. First, greater interest on the part of the student. I think here this is very important. Interest of the student is very important. Psychological, physical, mental, I think here physical, mental, and also educational participation is very important. And the growth of interest of the student in that learning process is very important. So this is much more, I think here, more important advantage of the inquiry based learning. Secondly, students are motivated. I think motivation is very important for every student in every time also there. So the to find the solution of the problem. So asking questions and asking questions and solving the, I think here, particular problems and getting the answers as per natural way means, I think a thinking process is very important, which develop in that inquiry based learning. As students work in groups, I think group discussion, it helps enhance the knowledge, enhance the, I think here, unity, team spirit. Also the team spirit means unity, relationships which other student uh, is very important. So this may be developed. So there are growth of the particular psychologically the students uh, work their task and complete their task with the help of in themselves. So that is with their help of themselves. So this type of learning leads to greater long-term knowledge. I think here this is very important thing, long-term, not short-term knowledge. This is very important. I think here advantage of inquiry-based learning. This type of learning leads to the long-term knowledge, not short-term. So this is very important. Then I think other than means greater interest, participation in that particular program, motivation, and working freely and loving manner. It so growing. or enhancement of team spirit is very important. So greater long-term knowledge, increasing long-term knowledge is very important. These are the advantages of the inquiry-based learning. Disadvantage of inquiry-based learning: no benchmarking for testing. This is very important. No benchmarking for testing. So I think here inquiry based learning. So this testing is I think here is a I think a drawback. This is the drawback in that major drawback in this inquiry based learning. So as per testing the knowledge, it is not important. It prevents teachers to prepare teaching plan properly. So teachers' activity is not major role is not here. Students' major role is here. So teacher has no importance, or teacher's teaching plan is not properly used here. So this is this is disadvantage here also there. So I have given you uh, this may be blog student centric inquiry based learning for the student. Uh, this is the block, professional block. Uh, then second example is also here, that here is another example of professional blog post 9. Habit of successful student. Right. This is a subject or title of that headline of the blog. When it comes to having a successful college experience, the path of every student will be different. What works well for one student may not work for another. Every student has his own life, own decision, and different I think here ways are there. So every student has his own uh, college experience, and they have their different routes of their life. But by following a few basic core principles, you can set yourself. So this is, see here, BA part 1, BA part 2, BA part 3. You I think here only totally 18 papers given by you. 18 papers given, question papers solved by the one student, and then the degree is given. So these 18 papers mean not the knowledge of whole life also there. Basic core syllabus is not there. But this is I think here selective papers are here. So this is I think here successful student have the limited knowledge also there, but he became graduate and entry in the openly in the world, and again he takes some experience, and then with the help of his shorter knowledge, with the experience he then get opportunity in the job also there. So I think here for becoming successful student, experience is very important here. So the punctuality in studying is very important, but problem solving skill is very important. But other than it, curiosity is very important. Social awareness is very important. Social awareness means experience, his own experience, student own experience. Research attitude is very important. He may patience is very important. Teamwork spirit is very important. Polite nature is loving manner, loving polite nature is, and readability. He may accept the particular changing ideas in the world. That is readability. So this is for the punctual student. These particular things are very necessary in his life also. So this is the successful student. So for becoming a successful student, the punctuality, curiosity, social awareness, loving nature, patience, teamwork, spirit, these things are necessary. So this blocker very skillfully given here the virtues of the becoming successful students. Professional blogs can be created and written on a variety of topics. The many topics are there. Many subjects are there for the professional blogs, including your college life. This uh, college life. Secondly, various activities in the college also there. Social activities are also there. Educational activities are also there. Economical activities are also there. Cultural activities are also there. Many festivals are arranged in our social life also. So these particular cultural activities also there. Library, syllabi fashion, changing syllabi, um, syllab fashion also there. So one more much and more and different kinds of topics and subjects can be created or written by the bloggers, professional bloggers also there. So in addition to it, you can post professional blogs on environmental issues. Today, I think save trees, save trees, save environment. So these types of professional blogs also there, written by the environmentalists. So current affairs, also Corona is one of the most important, I think, here serious problem in the world. So professional bloggers may write on in the may write on the corona subject in the world, and they may publish this also there. This is current affair. Then celebrations are there. So many kinds of birthday celebration, wedding celebration, prize distribution celebration. Many types of celebrations are there. So this can be professional blogs can be created or written. Many subjects, many topics are there. So we have seen a very important information that professional blogs are written by the company, by the institution, by the sanstha, by I think by any firm, private firm also there. So these bloggers are the part of the employment and company. Such blogs are called professional blogs. So firstly, in the first part of this note, the definition is very simply described here. So you may take the meaning of that professional blog very minutely also there. These blogs are professional blogs. So you have to write as a professional employee, um, interaction between the social life and company relationship. So this you may write in this way in that particular blog, less personal, that more goal oriented language is very important here. Content is very important. Informative professional blog is here, not I think, and it is formal. So for professional blog is a formal blog. So this point is very important for you. Students, for example, we have seen in inquiry based learning for college students. So this type you have to like this is the educational based blog is written by the blogger. These two blogs are related to education. So today we have seen the meaning of professional blogs and examples of professional blogs. So thank you.